In 2018, my guest Mario experienced something he cannot explain. You might not believe this story, but in the Mystery Parlor, we break down the tale, not the teller. So, Mario, some of our guests do not want to use their real name, but not you. Your story is no less remarkable than the others we've told on this show. Do you not fear the possibility of mockery or derision?
Nah, man, all my peeps know the story anyway. Plus, none of these doubters are gonna step to me, they know better.
Indeed. So, this was 2018, and you were 18 at the time?
Yeah, we were chilling at the bowling alley. We were in the parking lot waiting for some chickies who never did show. My homie started acting the fool, and Victor was getting pissed because the cops are usually cool with us hanging in the parking lot until we start being ignorant.
I take it Victor was older than you.
True dat. He was the only one who could drive, cause he was the only one who could afford car insurance. So, we were wrestling around in this empty space between Victor's Honda and this big-ass dually. The dually was backed in, and it was lifted, man. Like we could almost walk under that bitch. And the dualies were like tractor tires, man. Big mothers. Me and my two homies end up on the ground, on the pavement, still wrestling and talking trash. Victor had walked closer to the building. I guess he did not want to be seen with us, but he did keep telling us to stop playing. Somehow, we ended up under a big truck, still laughing and being foolish. We were being so loud and stupid, we didn't notice that the engine of the truck was running. The guy started to pull out of the parking spot. Those big tires were coming straight toward my head, man. I had no time to move. I didn't have time to do anything. I heard Victor trying to tell the driver to stop, and then I heard him say, "Ay Dios." I closed my eyes, knowing I was going to die, but I didn't. I didn't die. I opened my eyes, and it took me a few seconds to realize it. But we had moved. All three of us had moved. The truck was driving away, and we were laying there in the spot next to the truck, next to Victor's car. Victor had run over to us, asking if we were okay, and somehow, we were. None of us got hurt. I was trying to figure out if someone had moved us, maybe Victor, or one of my homies was able to drag us out. But there was no time. But then I thought, maybe I lost track of time. Maybe I went into shock or something. So I started asking, what just happened? Victor was the first to speak. He said, "You just moved." "No, you didn't even move. You just appeared. The very second I said, 'Ay Dios,' you disappeared from under the truck and reappeared here, next to it." He then said, "I swear, man, that is what happened." He said that last part like he expected one of us to tell him he was full of it. Like saying it out loud made him realize how crazy it was. But the three of us, still laying in that spot, had no better idea what had happened. And then Nat said, Nat was one of my other homies. He said, "Victor was right. Man, the truck was there, we were under that truck, and then we were next to the truck here, and the truck just kept moving past us. It was fast, instant. We just moved, and the truck missed us."
Now, Mario, you know people watching this are going to be very skeptical, and I do not wish to offend you. But just for clarification and to address those who will doubt your story, were you guys drinking or smoking that night?
We thought those chickies were coming, so we had some beers and some weed, but we were saving that for later. We were going to party with them. I admit, later that night, after we knew they weren't coming, you got high. But that was later, man. No, for real, we were straight when this happened.
Were there any witnesses aside from your friends?
If there were, they didn't talk to us. And that guy driving the truck? I bet he never knew anything happened. He just drove away. Listen, man, I told you. All my homies know this story, and they question everything. Sometimes they mess with us about it, but they believe it. Victor's family is really religious, and his mom thinks it was Jesus that saved us. Dude, that makes as much sense as anything else.
So you truly believe not only that you instantly moved from one spot to another about 5 feet away in an instant, but that you have explored every reasonable explanation for this experience?
I know what I saw, and I know my friends. These guys would fight the devil for me, and I would for them. But that loyalty does not include letting me live a lie. Brock, I changed my life after this thing happened. I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking, I went back to school, all because I thought God was giving me a second chance. My homies never said anything, never ragged me for selling out or going straight, because they feel me. They wouldn't let that go if they thought it was based on something that didn't really happen.
You are saying that if your friends felt that these changes you made in your life, these positive changes, were motivated by an event that did not happen as you describe it, they would have, what, tried to talk you out of improving yourself?
No, that is not it. My homies are like my brothers. Like when I met Barbera, my wife, they were like, how do you know she's the one, man? They liked her. And they wanted me to be happy, but they wanted me to be sure. If one of them said to me, hey man, that's it my life, so I'm going back to school and I won't be partying with you guys anymore, I would have something to say. It wouldn't be that I don't want my friend to be successful, but I would be concerned about his motives and how long those motives might last. But for me, it wasn't like that. My friends were like, yeah, man, your head should be squashed on that pavement, but it's not. You better do something with that. You believe what you want, but I believe what my eyes tell me, especially when my homies believe it too.
Mario, you sound sincere, but there just was not much to research in your story. There is a bowling alley right where you said there was. And your friends not only confirmed your story, but they wanted to appear on the podcast with you. Obviously, with so little else to go on, we could find nothing to contradict your story. On the Mystery Parlor, we choose to examine the tale, not the teller, and there is nothing we can conclude about your tale other than it is true. If you are being given a second chance, you certainly seem to be making the most of it. Thank you, Mario, and thank you to those of you watching. See you next time on The Mystery Parlor.